We spend hundreds of millions of pounds every year on energy. Most of that money leaves our economy. It doesn't really matter whether you care about climate change or carbon emissions. The energy market chaos we have seen this year has been another timely reminder that relying on external supplies of energy is not in our interest from any perspective. Buying in energy we have no control over is not better than being in control of our own supply and keeping more money in our economy. Unfortunately, however, the direction government has chosen to go on local energy, wind power, has not been clearly demonstrated to be the best option for the Isle of Man based on consideration of all factors. There are no clear, full Isle of Man context side-by-side comparison reports which show that wind power is the best option. Why not? Because Isle of Man government doesn't need to. It's accountable to nobody, so it doesn't need to prove anything to anyone. Given that we're about to make such significant long-term commitments, that's reckless at best. The comparison reports Isle of Man government has commissioned on the subject do not show that wind power is the best option overall. What they do show is that alternatives like biofuels produced from local source materials are probably very good options for the Isle of Man, especially if we can include broader consideration of existing infrastructure, AI-resilient economic growth, diversification, revitalisation of agricultural and fishing industries, and elimination of a waste-generated CO2, potentially moving towards carbon negative, scenic value and social cohesion. Isle of Man government's own 2022 Sustainable Biomass Feasibility Report indicated that biofuel energy could supply up to 55% of current demand based on existing technology. Theoretical max output from biofuels exceeds current demand. Peak demand is currently around 75 megawatts. Our current generating capacity is apparently around 170 megawatts. So in theory, we're in a very good and flexible position given the rising demand for energy. All of our current conventional generating equipment could be run on renewable biofuels with relatively minor adjustments. Options like tidal power have been relegated due to theoretical cost and technical considerations. However, just for example, the oldest tidal generator in the world, Lawrence, is over 60 years old, predicted to last at least another 60, probably longer if repowered, essentially invisible underwater, and consistently produces electricity that's significantly cheaper than fossil fuels, wind, or nuclear in the long run. Technology and cost isn't the problem. The system making the decisions is the problem.